Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host Jefficho. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Chris, I got a Discovery hoodie.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I'm repping the t-shirt. That was my swag
a little
I got.
disco.
Yeah.
Yeah. You enjoy this episode?
I thought it was pretty good. You know, I guess we can get that right out of the way there. I think if you were watching our Orville reviews, this is almost, I think, exactly what we were asking them to do when we did the opener for the Orville this season, and it was a much more character-focused episode.
In that aspect, yes, I guess that's kind of what we asked for.
Mm-hmm.
I had grander requests.
All right.
And when I saw it was just coarse language, I realized some of them weren't going to get met.
Space. The final frontier.
So this episode starts out with Burnham talking a lot.
Yeah.
And didn't you point out that she said 1,000 centuries?
Well, yeah, I think that was a little interesting. Yeah, she was talking about something from 1,000 centuries ago, which is 100,000 years. So I guess this is more myth than anything historical. But I don't think there was written history back then. It was still
the story passed from generation to generation.
Yeah. I kind of liked that at the start. I think you and I both got faked out, and we thought that was going to be the new opener.
Yeah. I
really
dreaded that was going to be the new opener.
I thought it was kind of cool at the beginning. The opening that we have right now, and very, very similar to the one last year, but we can talk about the differences. Is very Westworld, it's sort of a more modern thing. You can tell it's a 2018, 2019 kind of opener. And that one there felt, that was different. That was not something people are doing, that was at least fairly unique. And we had the Space, the Final Frontier. We had this really old style, was it Cassini probe? Kind of footage, just old stuff like from the 60s, from the TOS era.
Damn, she's a beauty.
Transmission coming through. Captain Christopher Pike requests permission to come aboard.
Yeah, so we kind of got caught up to where we were. We got to see Sarek, flashbacks, a lot of flashbacks of Amanda.
Yeah.
And young Spock, who's a bit of a dick.
Bit of a dick, but strong eyebrow game.
Yeah, baby face though. His eyebrow game was stronger than his face.
No, it's just angry.
He's got to grow into it.
Yeah.
He's got to grow into those eyebrows.
Yeah, that's what it's like when you get a new puppy and they got the big feet. The Vulcans just got to grow into their eyebrows, right? Yeah.
I will say young Burnham really looked a lot like Burnham.
Yeah.
I nailed that.
Mm-hmm.
Good casting.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Do you want to discuss the actual opening credits sequence? It wasn't too different.
If I was watching it, I could tell you. Otherwise, I saw that there were differences.
Yeah, there were some. We got the captain's chair. We got the little badges. The only thing on the badges was the little command symbol. So I assume that's Pike's badge.
Maybe it's Michelle Yeoh's secret Section 31 badge she has.
Maybe. No.
She's gonna take to her new series and everything.
Wasn't black.
Yeah.
And you did point out those little green bits floating around.
There were.
I assume that's going to be the mineral from the asteroid or whatever it is, like whatever super energy source they were talking about.
Yep. I just want to talk about that asteroid right away, but that's like the ending thing, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it and see where we go.
All right. Well, Pike beams aboard right away, and bam, TOS uniform-esque.
Well, Commander, this is awkward, but back in Mojave, I learned the best way to get into a cold stream was to jump right in.
Love it. And apparently those are the new uniforms.
Which confused me because they just left Earth.
Yeah, right? Yeah, they just came from the uniform source.
These guys just won awards for, saving the galaxy, and I'm gonna roll my eyes there, but we're not gonna tell them about the new uniforms.
Yeah, they're gonna get there and they're all gonna be wearing the wrong thing.
Vulcans are gonna be wearing Starfleet uniforms, being like, "Oh, you didn't get the memo?
Yeah, didn't get the space.
It's not
memo.
logical. You should have checked."
Mm-hmm.
We get the little joke of the sneezing guy in the elevator there.
Very Orville.
Very Orville. Also, I'm gonna jump ahead a bit here, but that science officer replacement.
Yeah, what was his name? Science Officer Dickbag or something?
Yeah, it was when when his life was in jeopardy, I'm just like, this is so obvious.
Yeah.
So obvious that he's gonna die.
Yeah, they pushed that pretty damn hard.
Yeah. It's like, oh, don't worry about me. Boom. Yeah, okay.
Also, the other thing about that sequence is like 2 people disobeying Pike's direct orders in the span of 30 seconds.
Pike just doesn't care in that. So, like, original Pike would be like, damn it, you listen to me. This Pike says, yeah, don't worry, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, that's what he's here for.
Yeah.
That Tilly sure knows how to start off the season awkward, talking to Pike. I'm in a command program. I'm special. Yeah, you're a first-year person that was a cadet that is now granted command program because you were on a ship that helped stop the war.
Yeah.
You're not that important, Tilly.
Yeah, but she moved his pinky and he had a freak out and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was kind of funny when he's like,
Kidding.
Oh my god, if I broke a captain.
psycho.
Crazy Tilly.
He did tell him that he wasn't Lorca, but conspiracy theory, maybe he is.
Oh, fuck. We're going to be having a lot of conspiracy theories this year. I don't think that's one of them.
No.
I did. That immediately reminded me of Cisco's line from DS9 Season 1. You know, I'm not Picard. Punch.
Yeah, poor
I think
Q.
that's exactly what they were going for there.
You hit me. Picard never hit me. I'm not Picard. Indeed not.
I sort of did enjoy that that sound of warp, just like breaking warp, flying through the solar system before they hit us with the classical. Which, classical music's fine, but like, it was cool. Just like, just the crackling of space.
We haven't had much opportunity to see a newer warp effect from this show, just because they've been spore jumping everywhere.
And like, again, I'm not really with it because, you know, I worked all day, but was the ship as glowy as it usually was? Because I gotta say, like, I'm hesitant. I still haven't gotten the Blu-rays because I'm just like, is the Blu-ray gonna be better? Is everything just gonna be glowy? Like, all the ships have this glow to it. I'm like, I want to see this ship, not neon lights.
I thought it might have been a bit cleaner.
Yeah.
There actually were some pretty cool exterior shots, especially that one near the beginning where Saru and Burnham
yeah,
are
the
just
windows.
walking towards the transporter room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty nice.
And is it just me, or I feel like Saru is sort of flowier this season, how he's walking?
He was doing that with his arms.
He's doing
He's
it,
like,
yeah,
hey guys,
he's getting that.
I just ate some pretty grade A kelp the other
You know,
day.
I think it's just that
And
Saru,
did I mention I can't go home because my sister's there and stuff? Oh,
Yeah, man.
carry over from a Trek short.
Ooh, yeah, continuity.
15 minutes to say the word sister. Continuity.
Well, I think it just, like, Saru really needs his personal space, you know, that's the kind of guy he is, so he just walks like this so people
Yeah.
can't be too close to him.
Get away from me.
Yeah.
The Vulcan Science Academy offered me a permanent teaching position. I said yes.
Stamets.
Mm-hmm.
He's leaving.
Apparently. I mean, it kind of makes sense, you know, that was his boyfriend, husband. Were they actually married?
I believe they were together for sure.
Yeah, well, significant other of a rather large period of time. And, you know, he was right. Like, everything probably reminds him of Dr. Culber. So
Yeah.
that's just got to be a rough place to
He's
work.
gonna go teach on Vulcan.
Yeah. Not too often the Vulcans are offering positions at the Academy to non-Vulcans, I think.
Well, I mean, he kind of turned himself into an experiment, so maybe if they're just like, come teach, we're gonna study you.
Yeah, something like that.
But of course, that it gets interrupted because of the singularities.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not really gonna leave, though.
He's
They
around
they
for
do
at
have a
least this
replacement
season.
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are converting everything back and moving his equipment away.
Mm-hmm.
Engineering is going to be engineering again pretty soon.
And Tilly is drunk with power.
Yep, a little too drunk with power.
Oh, she's having a
She's
great
abusing
time.
it.
Logic sciences is basically meditation. I mean, I've never seen the woman move, so I put her in a utility closet on 12 and I put you in there.
We got name drops. Lorel, still High Chancellor.
Yeah, there was actually no Klingons in this episode, and I'm okay with that.
You know, I want to go back to all those Klingon episodes of TNG when like they talk about like High Chancellors and stuff. Be like, the Great Warrior of this, the Great War. Oh, and the hostage taker Lorel High Chancellor.
Yes, the she of the iPad.
She of the iPad, yeah. Yeah, we jump back a lot between Spock and Burnham.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that he never really accepted her.
No.
At least, you know, that's what Daddy thought. Burnham seems to hint at a secret relationship with Spock. You know, technically, Chris, I don't want to say it, but they're not actually brother and sister.
Ooh. You've been watching too much anime, Jeff.
You know, he was 7 at some point.
Uh-huh.
Bonfire.
Let's move this one along.
Yeah. Yeah, so Pike doesn't care about ranks, and it just gets everybody to sound off, and then he remembers everybody's name after that.
I really appreciated that scene for a couple reasons. I think that was one of the standout scenes for me, at least. We're really making an effort to separate Pike from Lorca, of course. You know, that scene almost in some ways felt like a direct response to fans who all last season are going, we don't know anything about the bridge crew. Who's this person's name? We got the full name of Random Communications Officer Man.
Evan Connolly.
Gen Reese.
Kayla Detmer.
Joanna Wishop.
Lieutenant Commander Area. Ronald Altman Bryce.
I thought the message to fans was what he said right away to Burnham, like, you know, sometimes it's best to keep your expectations low.
Yeah, something like that. But no, it was really cool. You know, he's sort of building a bond with his crew and that sort of thing. Very different command style, and that's telling both the crew and the people watching the show that, you know, we're going to have a very different feel on the bridge this season.
Yeah, very loose feel from what I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, they warp off to go find out these singularities, and they run into a bunch of asteroids.
Yeah.
And they're special asteroids, too.
Yeah, made out of some kind of super dense energy material.
Yeah, they had to collect one at one point.
I mean, that would mean that the asteroid is not entirely comprised of baryonic matter. Potentially unlimited and 100% efficient energy source.
They find a Starfleet vessel, the Hiawatha.
Hiawatha?
Hiawatha? Yeah, I'll go with Hiawatha.
Okay.
Sounds Hawaiian.
Maybe.
Medical frigate, and that's where we meet Tig Notaro.
Mm-hmm.
Jet Reno.
Doing a great job. Well, we got the reverse. You know, she's an engineer, not a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it. It seems like she is one of those engineers that can do anything.
Yeah, the Scotty type. I guess that's what the Federation was pumping out at this time.
Yeah. Well, Scotty lied. Scotty multiplied everything and be like, oh, I can get that done in like 15 hours. Is it actually going to take you 15 hours? Nope, that's how you make yourself a miracle worker.
Well, maybe that's just what they're teaching them all at engineering school.
Yeah.
How long would it really take? An hour? Oh, you didn't tell them how long it would really take, did you?
Well, of course I did.
Oh, laddie, you've got a lot to learn if you want people to think of you as a miracle worker.
But yeah, you know, we've heard that in Star Trek a couple times. You know, we're just a different kind of machine.
Get your red shirt into an EV suit, and on, you're with us.
Can't wait, sir.
Hey.
Yeah, what were those weird, like, vessels they were taking?
Oh, yeah, the little pods. I thought they said they were, like, little modified repair pods, like the kinds they take.
Oh, like the ones that were repainting the Discovery when they were in the Mirror Universe.
Yeah. And I'm wondering when Burnham was supposed to be the test pilot for this. Was this during Discovery, or was this on, like, the Shenzhou?
It doesn't matter. Burnham just knows how to do everything perfectly and manually.
I guess.
Never talk cocky to her, because then you will die.
Yeah. I'm just wondering when that was supposed to be.
I was enjoying my Nan character, Commander Nan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if she's first officer or what with Pike, but...
No, she can't be.
Well, yeah, I know her, but I didn't see her. And then I expected her to die and get replaced or something.
And I think I believe she's the same species that we saw in TNG, The Price, when they were negotiating... like with the Ferengi for that wormhole. Yeah, I think that's what they were going for
that's
there.
What she looks like. So the Enterprise never came home for the war.
That's a weird one.
Yeah.
That's a weird one to
As
me.
a last resort, don't come back unless it... And then Spock's logic was...
What is the logic in staying away if there's nothing left to come back to? Spock asked the most amazing questions. It's completely logical.
Well, if it's gone, then it's a little late.
Yeah.
They've lost Earth.
Like, how far out could they possibly have been? And Starfleet just never calls them in. Like, that seems completely wrong to me.
It seems wrong in every universe but this one to me.
I feel like the only explanation there has to be that they were on some kind of other mission for the war.
Yeah.
And maybe just only Pike knew about it.
The Omega Directive.
Something like that, because we saw how incredibly desperate that war got, and not calling your flagship back, heavily armed. It's like, no, you just keep puttering about out there, just strange new life.
Man, the history of Enterprise's saving Earth.
Yeah,
it's pretty big.
Are you sure, Starfleet? Because it's kind of our thing.
Yeah.
That we do.
I mean, if we have to flip around a sun and bring back some humpback whales and save you, or go back in time and destroy the Borg, we can do that.
We can do that.
Yeah. I thought the music was pretty loud in this, like almost louder than the dialogue sometimes.
Okay.
And it does seem like they blew their budget on this first episode with all the explosions, Burnham running through them.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll just get nothing but character after this.
I mean, I'm okay with that for a little while.
Yeah.
We can chill out a bit.
Yeah, we got teased on the Red Singularity people.
Yeah,
Red Angel.
A lot of people are still saying Iconians.
Yeah.
But that'd be kind of cool. That'd be something to explore.
It could be.
Yeah.
There was some scraping of the hull, and I can tell you, if Connor was at the helm, that would not have happened.
That's your boy.
That's some terrible flying.
Oh no, she was supposed to fly good.
Yeah.
That was her one. She had one job.
As you pointed out a few times, there was a wheelchair guy.
Yeah, there was.
And it was like an old school wheelchair because you could see him like.
Yeah, he had the wheels.
This is the future, guys.
Yeah, we know what future space wheelchairs look like because the captain's gonna be in one. Spoiler alert. But yeah. That's a little bit of, diversity. It sort of reminded me of like season 1 of TNG where there's just a dude in a skirt running around in the background.
Yeah, I still remember that horrifying Photoshop of you I did. That skirt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hey, how about that fortune cookie?
Yes. Oh, that was the big foreshadowing today.
Yeah. What did that fortune cookie say? Not every cage is a prison. Cage.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And not every loss is eternal.
Ooh.
Lorca confirmed return.
Lorca confirmed return.
He's coming
I think with the subtlety we've seen from Discovery, with their foreshadowing, that I'm comfortable saying confirmed.
Well, when we were at the convention and he was talking about the whole thing and he looked directly at me and winked, so I figure that means
of course
it's coming back.
And of course the cage is just a cute reference to Pike, the pilot being named the Cage.
Yeah.
I wonder if there actually is going to be another metaphor layer on there, or if that was just fan wank, but
no,
we'll see.
I don't want him wanking us. There was severe damage to the Enterprise.
Yeah.
And Burnham had to go over there and check out Spock's quarters.
I'm also having a hard time with just this damage to the Enterprise thing. What damage to the Enterprise and when? Why is it so completely inoperable, and why is no one asking questions about that?
I can't even recall who their chief engineer is. It's probably not Scotty, so...
At this time, if it's not Scotty, then we wouldn't know. I don't think we knew.
The damage to Enterprise was severe. The engineering corps has no idea when she'll be back online.
Spock's room.
Mm-hmm.
Much bigger than TOS.
He did have the little sort of cage thing in there.
With all and I was just like, ooh, 3D chest, and then bam, there it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we had the little bells that they were shaking on Vulcan when he was going through his pon fire, and he just got his loot. And...
Yeah, somebody found some fan service Canon objects that we could throw in there, and they did.
Just toss them in there, it's all good.
Apparently Spock's nightmares have led him to take a leave, and we kind of knew that, but...
I really did like that voice recording, especially right at the start. I was getting some Nimoy off that.
Yeah, I thought the way he was talking sounded a lot like it.
Mm-hmm.
As a child, I had what my mother called nightmares. She taught me to control my fear by drawing, rendering fear powerless. The nightmares have returned.
When she's just like, I'm still gonna go over to the Enterprise, I feel I need to go there. I'm just like, don't show me the bridge because I know you're gonna change it.
That was the other thing they did. They took some of the ideas of the Enterprise. Just all we saw of the Enterprise was just the outside of the Spock's room there. But they took the bright colors from the 60s and they changed the colors and the pattern, but it's still like those bright red.
Yeah, there's
like
a lot
lots
of
of red. So I think that's probably what they're going to be doing with the interior. It's going to be different colors, be more modern colors, more modern design, but lots of color on the Enterprise.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be changing a few things around. I mean, the ready room's going to get some chairs.
Yeah. That's exciting.
People can sit there. Maybe
nice
somebody can, destroy the cannon of the Riker maneuver and come up with it first.
I wonder what Pike drinks in his ready room.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not going to be Earl Grey. It's going to be like bourbon.
Yeah, bourbon neat. Sir, you're on duty.
I don't pilot the ship. I simply order it to go.
Yeah.
Final thoughts?
Final thoughts on that? Why don't you go first this time?
Oh God. It wasn't a bad episode.
Yeah, I think it was fine. I think this is showing me light at the end of the tunnel here. I think we're moving in a good direction, especially just at least with a lot of the overt stuff that they were doing with Pike. They're actually trying to tell us, we're going in a lighter direction. We're not going to be as grimdark with this. We're going to have a better relationship with our bridge crew. And I think Discovery looks to be moving in a pretty good direction right now, and I'm hopeful for the rest of the season.
I'd like to see them expand a bit and focus more on the ensemble than just Burnham, because they're claiming like, oh, we're just gonna follow this person, but just drop that.
I think they're I worry that there might be sort of an inherent problem with doing that in a Star Trek setting. One of the reasons that people got so sick of Wesley was just because he was saving the day every time. And we're so used to Star Trek being an ensemble piece, and even if like Picard's the center of it, he doesn't save the day every time. Sometimes it's Data, sometimes it's Riker, sometimes it's a Dr. Crusher episode.
Sometimes it's Troy floating in space in a onesie.
Yeah, sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's Worf dealing with the Klingons, and maybe it's just, if you are following the same character the whole time, it's just going to be exhausting.
Yeah.
But they're always the one coming up with it.
I'm already jumping on Burnham when she was like doing dialogue in the beginning, just because I feel that exhaustion at times.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe they'll expand to the ensemble of the cast.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I think my last thoughts here are generally positive. This could have been a lot worse. I don't think I really had any fears confirmed or anything. This all seems to be moving in a pretty good direction. And yeah, I'm excited for next week.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the fact that they're bringing up a lot of science stuff too. Mm-hmm. So, science story. That's what I want.
Yep.
Well, until next week. Thanks for watching.